Get him anything? That's true. Happy Labor Day. You guys are working, huh? Excited for week one, so it's here. So a lot of work to do, big time challenge. Named the captains, told them in the team meeting. So let's see, it's a list. Kyler Murray, James Conner, Budda Baker, Mac Wilson, Calais Campbell, Yelda Froholt, and Joey Blunt. Voted by the team. So 3 and 3 on offense and defense, and 1 special teams. What do we got?
What does it mean for a guy like Calais Campbell, who, I mean, obviously he's a veteran, but he just got here, and for him to earn the respect of his peers, what does that mean to you and to the team?
It means a lot. I mean, you know, when we signed him, we kind of had the foresight that he was going to impact our team in a positive way, but cool to see his peers vote for him. He was ecstatic. They all were.
Coach, you got game week now. Preparations are on for the Saints. Where are you at in terms of Monday of game week?
I mean, we did a lot of work here, you know, in the off season, but we'll start our process this morning.
Any different feeling just walking in knowing it's week one?
No, week one though. It's fun. Week one in the NFL is fun.
When you guys brought Joey Blunt in, what gave you guys the impression that ultimately this is something that he could lead to being a team captain?
Well, he's an impact player for us, wears a lot of hats, and he's a team guy, man. And he's got big time energy, loves ball, doesn't have a bad day, always smiling, practices, and his production. You know, he's done a really good job for us since he's been here, and his peers see that.
There's a couple guys on this list, Mac and Yelda, who they had careers obviously before they came here, but they seem to have blossomed with you guys. What does that mean to you to have guys kind of like blossom under your tutelage and
Yeah, that is a good question, Darren. I don't think it's under my tutelage. I think you know, they've started their role. You know, they're brought here for a reason, and you know, Yelda way back, and Mac, you know, I mean, and Mac's in kind of a different role this year. Yelda's been in the same role, but they've done a really good job. You know, they're bought into what we're trying to do. They have positive energy all the time. They do the right things all the time. They hold guys accountable. They hold themselves accountable. People see that, you know, and we got a lot of good guys. So it's not like those are only 7 guys that do things how I want it done, but they definitely can steer the train the right way.
You talked about how every offseason you evaluate the process. From when you look back to the previous 2 seasons, starting the season on the road, what have you been able to learn about that?
Yeah, I mean, I told them today, and we'll get into it on Wednesday when we put up, you know, game plans and all that stuff. But, you know, we got to take care of us. You know, it's the team that typically makes the least amount of mistakes, wins week one. So a lot of known unknowns, and we just got to handle us.
Is week one more difficult because you haven't seen the other team on film in terms of what they'll do?
Yeah, I mean, there's pros and cons, you know what I mean? So, you know, because we have some advantages that they don't, that kind of the same advantages they have, you know. So everyone's kind of playing in the same bucket there. You just got to control what you can control.
What are the advantages of having this extra day of practice going into week one? What can you take away from that you wouldn't get in a normal practice week?
Well, you get some more reps, you know, obviously, because we're practicing today where we normally practice Wednesday through Saturday. So a little bit extra reps. Today's really about kind of getting a jump start, making sure they break a sweat after 3 days off. They'll be off tomorrow, and then we'll kind of start our typical Wednesday. But we get a little bit of a jump start on some schematic things.
Last week you talked about how you don't want your staff to kind of overthink working on the Saints for 3 months. How do they balance putting all that work in for one team to starting that rhythm of game?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, just making sure we go through our process and sticking to it. And then, you know, make decisions when they need to be made, you know. And like I said, at the end of the day, control we can control. We understand what it's going to take to win, for us to have a chance to win. Going to a tough environment, a lot of unknowns there. A good, like I said, good coaching staff. They have good players, so we got to be on top of it.
Is week 2 any sort of shock when they don't have 3 months to prepare for a team?
No. I mean, because they've probably prepared for those too. They have. No, it's just. But then you gotta. I think Monday's a lot different because you gotta go over the game and look at the game and make corrections and try to get better from the game. So this will be a fun week, though.
Just generally, what is the excitement level for you as a coach walking into the building today compared to a Monday during training camp after these?
Yeah, I'm excited every day. I mean, you just gotta do your job at a high level. Block out all the external factors, block out all the noise, and do your job the best you can do it. And I told the players that too. It's for everybody in that building: staff, coaches, players. It's all, everyone's doing the same thing today. How can we do it a little bit better?
Coach, with Spencer Rattler being named the starter there, do you guys have enough background on him to kind of get?
Yeah, he's played some ball. But again, it's a new system, new play caller, new team. So. Like I said, there will be some known unknowns, but he's a good player. He's got a live arm. He can move, makes quick decisions. So Kellen is a really good play caller. Coach Nussmeier, really good, design of scheme and coaching the quarterback. And they got some premier players over there. So work cut out for us. Okay. Thank you, guys.